So here she is, made it back home to the dock. And let's see if you can hear the new exhaust. This engine's running a little rich. But I think that sounds a lot more like what you want a twin big block boat to sound like. So guys, at this point we are getting the boat on plane. I'll show you this at the end of the video. But we've been having issues because I hired a diving company to come bust the barnacles off the bottom of the boat monthly, and it turns out they weren't doing it. The boat would not get on plane at all. So the rest of this video is addressing that problem. Well, we figured out why it wasn't getting on plane. Here's the bottom, and here's where it has not been pressure washed yet. I was paying a company here locally to come dive and clean the bottom of this thing once a month, and they were billing me, but they sure as hell weren't doing what they said they would. So we're gonna clean all this off and then redo the bottom paint. Oh boy, sneaking off. But anyways, here's the formula now that we pressure washed it. Used a lot of acid on it and a heavy duty pressure washer to get all the barnacles off that were on there from that company telling me that they were cleaning the boat and weren't for a while. So this is all pretty messed up, but we the next step we have is to sand it. Chuck's gonna be out here tomorrow doing that. Sand the whole bottom. And we've got a barrier coat, an epoxy barrier coat that's gonna go on. And then the bottom paint is called Black Widow by Pettit. It's supposed to be like a racing paint, so hopefully we won't lose too much speed with it on there. Hopefully this boat will get up on plane now once that's all handled, because we're not hauling around 100 pounds of barnacles. And then I don't know if you can see in here, but that is part of the muffler. That's a baffle in this Silent Thunder exhaust system. So I'm trying to get that knocked out of this one here in the middle, and that one to hopefully get a little bit more noise at idle. Problem is, we got our Sawzall, but these screws have to come out to remove this, but they are held in there by some rusty old nuts that aren't really gonna come out. These are just spinning. So Sawzall option is kind of gone. I think now I'm gonna try to pull out a big hammer and maybe try to bust a hole in it with this screwdriver and see if that doesn't make some progress for us. So let me get started, and hopefully we'll make a little progress in making this boat sound better, and then tomorrow, the next couple days, make it look better. All right, so the Sawzall thing didn't work because, again, these screws wouldn't come out. So started with this and then moved to this, using the hammer to essentially bash in the baffle inside there. And it's not pretty, but it essentially does exactly what we were trying to do with the Sawzall, which is get that baffle out of the way. So a little more to do there. And then got to do the same thing on these. You can see the baffle right in the way, so we'll just knock that out. And the last one here, there's the baffle. So put some holes in that and be good to go. And if anybody's got a spare one of these laying around, send me a message. I would love to buy it. But let me get back to work. All right, so done all the sides now. So you can see in there, it's all bashed out. Same with there. It's hard to see all the way in, but I took a lot of the baffle out. And then this one I bashed my finger in on, so it was annoying. But hopefully the rest of that stuff at the bottom is loose. I just can't get a hand on it. So that'll probably fall off as time goes by. But once we get the bottom paint done, then I will be able to show you guys the results. The goal here isn't performance. It's just to get a little bit of noise out of this boat at idle, because this whole swim platform essentially acts like a muffler and keeps it pretty darn quiet. And I don't want it loud, but I want to hear a little bit. You know, a boat like this, you want to hear the engines a bit. So hopefully that works. I'll stop by tomorrow. Chuck will be sanding the bottom. I'll get a little bit of that. And then maybe in the next couple days, I'll get some video of the bottom paint and everything going on. And then we'll follow up with changing these propellers out and going out in the water and hopefully getting on plane and seeing what this boat can finally do. So you can see with the sanding, we're making some progress. The guy's taking a break right now, but he's been working here. Still got a good bit to go, but hitting it with 80 grit, get it ready for the barrier coat 2000E by Interlux. And yeah, making progress. I don't think he started on this side yet. No, nothing over here, but we got some time. There he is in all his gear hanging with Jake. And I'll update here in a minute. All right, so the guy has finished his sanding for the day. Looks like he made some decent progress. And then Chuck will be ready to, well, Chuck's gonna have to come in here and do a little more sanding, make sure it's perfect, and then he'll get started on the primer and the bottom paint. Jack and Jake. What's up, man? Shit, you made a whole lot of progress.
Right through the rain, bro.
Shit. Damn, you already got it all on the bottom too, huh? Fuck. Huh? Damn, dude. How many coats the primer shit did you use? One of the primer, and then how many coats of the black? Oh, no shit. Oh, okay. I mean, it looks good.
Oh, you say you put it on a trailer, right?
No. I talked to, do a little walk around. So this is the Pettit Black Widow. Now they said you can shine it up and get a gloss on it. I don't know if I'm gonna put that kind of effort into it. All right, well, while Chuck's working over there, he asked me for a favor, so we're gonna hook up this 36 Intrepid and try to drop her in at the ramp over there. So this will be the biggest thing we've towed so far, but should not be a problem for the old F450. Yeah, it's a cool little boat here. So I think I'll hand the camera off to Brian when we after we swap the hitch out and get this thing on video. All right. Well, we didn't get the video, but we made it. That's the biggest boat I ever put in the water. Yeah. I just dropped it in 4 just in case. Yep. How big is this boat? You said 35? That's nice. 37, okay. So at this point, we're dropping it in, and I have no idea if it's going to get on plane, but it's time to find out. Well, we're gassed up and getting out of the club here. I don't know if you can hear it yet, but that work in the on the muffler sounds a lot better now. Sounds like how this boat should sound. We're gonna come out here and try to get her on plane real quick and hope that works. And there we go. So right about here, I start playing with the trim tabs. I had them all the way down, start trying to raise them up, and startled me here. One starts to go up and the other one doesn't. And this is where the boat starts to tilt the other way. And I had to pull back on the throttles real quick because that startled me, and to try to get the trim tabs worked out. Well, we got a tab. All right, so here she is, made it back home to the dock. And see if you can hear the new exhaust. This engine's running a little rich. But I think that sounds a lot more like what you want a twin big block boat to sound like.